Hi guys, Michelle here with the Baby Cubby today, and we're going to be chatting a little bit about colic and how to handle it. So we'll be going over what causes colic, how to diagnose colic, and then some strategies for handling it with either picking the right bottle or using items like the Windi or even just swaddling or baby wearing your child. They have been proven to help with colic and help with babies who have the symptoms of colic, so they're great strategies. We'll also be talking a little about what to do if you are at your wit's end and what's okay to do for you so that you can take care of yourself and make sure that your baby stays safe. So if you have any questions while you're watching this video, please comment down below and let us know, or email us at hello@babycubby.com. We'd be more than happy to answer your questions to the best of our ability. Colic is when babies cry for 3+ hours, at least 3 days per week, for at least 3 weeks straight. So it is a lot of crying, and it's not just like little whimper crying. It is straight up like full-blown tantrum. Nothing can calm them down. You are going crazy crying. Lots of online resources will tell you that colic is common in around 30 to 40% of babies. My own personal pediatrician has told me that it's common in around 50% of babies. So be aware that as a parent, it'll probably happen to you with one of your children if you have more than one. It's also more common if you have a really sensitive baby who maybe gets overstimulated easily. Colic is equally common among boys and girls, among firstborn and laterborn children, among bottle-fed or breastfed babies. So don't let anyone tell you that how you feed your baby is making them cry, because it's not true. That's not what the studies have shown. So what we do know is that colic is more common in infants whose mothers smoked either during pregnancy or postpartum, if your baby is younger than 5 months, and the reason being colic usually peaks around 4 weeks, and then it usually resolves around 3 to 4 months. They will start crying around the same time every day, so it's usually in the late afternoon or evening. This is where that sensitive baby theory comes in for what causes colic, that they're getting all that sensory information, and so that's why they're starting to cry in the evenings rather than in the mornings or something. You do have to realize that crying for babies is a way for them to release stress. So if you have a really sensitive baby who's getting a lot of stimulation throughout the day and not really getting a chance to quiet down and process all of that information, they might end up crying for 3 hours at the end of the day. And then the last thing could be something you can't even control, which is healthy bacteria versus unhealthy bacteria in the intestines. It can just cause tummy issues, and by the end of the day, when they've been processing all of the food that you've given them throughout the day, that's when they can start crying, like that colicky crying. Gas is one of the theories for what causes colic. There's not a ton of evidence to back it up, but it is one of the big theories out there. But then the other thing is that when they're crying and they're doing those really hard cries, they are breathing in a lot of air. And all of that air going into their bodies is creating a really gassy, tight tummy. So with that gas theory, this is where choosing the right bottle comes in. Not all bottles are created equal in terms of air flow and whether or not they're letting air into your baby's tummy. Because although gas is just one of the theories, it is a good one, because again, they're swallowing a lot of air because of their crying, and then if they're getting a buildup of air throughout the day and they're not able to pass it well, then they're going to have a distended stomach. So the Avent natural bottle, this is their clinically proven bottle to reduce colic. So their nipple features a double valve system, which what it does is it allows air in, which is what allows the milk to come out, but then it also puts it back into the bottle instead of into your baby's tummy. So when you turn the bottle over, obviously you'll have like the amount of air at the top of the bottle. So like your milk levels maybe right here and the air is right here. This valve system actually helps it bubble up and get contained up here rather than being in the milk. There's lots of different companies that do offer bottles specifically for colicky babies like Avent. We like this one the most though because it also keeps your baby's latch correct. If you want to learn more about choosing bottles for breastfeeding moms, go check out our Komotomo video about breast care and bottle feeding with breastfeeding. That has a lot of great information on how to choose the right bottle for that as well. But keep in mind that we love this one for colicky babies who are also breastfeeding. Okay, so now we're going to talk about some ways to manage colic. Again, going along with that gassy tummy theory, their Free-to-Baby makes an awesome product called the Windi. So sometimes babies have a hard time farting. So what happens is when your baby's experiencing gas, you go ahead and insert this into their bum super gently. and you'll kind of hear a whistle sound, and that will be the gas coming out. I haven't personally tried it, but from parents and reviews that we've heard and read and seen, parents who have really gassy babies who can't release it, like, live and die by the Windi. So if you are like at your wit's end, it might be worth trying for you. Frida Baby, if you don't know about them, they actually develop their products with doctors, helping them develop them. So these are really awesome products. We love them. Okay, the other thing you can do is actually called bicycle pumps. You lay your baby flat on their back, and then you're gonna take their feet like this, kind of bend their knees, and just move their feet like they're riding a bicycle. So you're gonna move it forward. And then I always like kind of pedal them back a little bit too. What that does is it again just helps them, because they don't have those developed muscles yet, it's helping them move their hips back and forth and kind of get their bowels moving, and you will hear them give some good toots when you do that. Now to address if you have an oversensitive baby and you think that that's what's causing their colic episodes, swaddling and baby wearing have been proven to reduce infant sensitivity. So what swaddling does and what baby wearing does is put your baby in a state of what's called quiet alertness. So they're looking at you, they can hear your heartbeat, they can feel your body warmth against them. They feel really calm, they can feel you, they know they're safe. So now they can take in the world and know that everything's okay and nothing's scary for them. Baby wearing is the most effective. Swaddling has been shown to have the same effects just because they're really tight, especially for newborns. They're used to being in your room where like they are like this and they can't move. We prefer this Ergo Baby Swaddler right here. The reason being is that it's really going to be hard for them to wiggle out of. So if you look at this box, they actually have like slots for their arms to go in. So you'll put their arms in and then you'll wrap one arm like this, wrap one arm the other way, and then it velcros around them, which is fantastic. And then it actually has like a little pocket that comes up over their legs so that you can change them without having to take off like the whole swaddle or anything, so you can keep their arms swaddled. This might help your child at least make it through the colicky episodes a little bit better, or throughout the day to use, and it might lessen and shorten your colicky episodes. So just be aware that you do have some options to try. I would just pick a really good swaddle that they can't like squirm and wiggle out of, so you're not re-swaddling them. Now I want to talk a little bit about if it gets to be too much for you. It's really hard to listen to your baby cry for even a minute because our bodies and our minds are programmed to just go grab that baby and comfort them and make sure everything's okay, because we want to make sure that that little baby is just taken care of and happy and healthy. But like we were talking before, unfortunately with colic, the fact is that you probably won't be able to calm them down, and they will probably scream and scream and scream until they're blue in the face. So we want you to know it is okay to go put your baby down in a safe place. The best place to put them is going to be in their crib. Make sure there's no blankets or pillows or stuffed animals around them. Close the door. Go put some headphones in for like 5 minutes. Take a break. Do something that like gets your mind off the crying. Take some deep breaths. Calm down, because it does grate on your nerves and it does cause anxiety. And the fact is that parents who have colicky babies sometimes do things that they didn't think they would do because it gets to a point where they can't handle it anymore. So to prevent that, know that you can put your baby down. Tell caregivers if they're giving you a break one night, tell them it's okay to put my baby down, and put them down for 10 minutes and go out of the room and close the door and let them cry. And if you need to do that, great, do it. Just know that to keep your baby safe, sometimes you need to put them down, take a break for a minute. Hi guys, so that's everything that we have on colic today, and strategies to deal with it, as well as how to pick the right bottle for it and products that are helpful for it. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below and we'll be happy to answer those for you or try and find an answer. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like it, and then don't forget to subscribe to our channel for fun things like gender reveals, as well as informational videos like this, and even product reviews and how-tos. If you have any suggestions as well, feel free to comment down below. We'd love to hear what kind of videos you actually want to know about and things you want to learn about. And then all of these products are available for purchase at babycubby.com. Thanks so much. See you soon.